I'm of the view that media, and when I mean media, I'm speaking about the internet, movies, music, they have a great impact on the mind of a man. And when it comes on to media, I believe that it shaped the way how a man thinks and even treat women. So I ask some women that I know that if they believe that the media help to influence how a man behaves around them, especially when it come on to being a player. So does the media influence a man to be a dog or what nowadays people call a player? So listen to what some of my associates and friends.
Man or nobody was born a dog or a dog. It is a personality acquired to fit into society to perpetuate a certain lifestyle that the name possesses. Who or what a man chooses to be is dependent on their socialization or external influences such as music, movies, and social media.
Um, Not all men are dogs, so um, I can't really just bash all men, but you have some true dog ass nigga, and then you have the gentlemen who just cherish everything about their women. That's really my opinion on that. What you think?
Well, like say I just know when it happened. It didn't happen way back from my grandpa days. And then they got music to that and then they got TV. Then they still got much woman. So all they got to do is if you're the female and you have enough woman, just hope say yeah one of your favorite. That's all I gotta wish for. Alright, so, Joe, I just say if we go, yeah.
Man or nobody was born a dog or a dog. It is a personality acquired to fit into society to perpetuate a certain lifestyle that the name possesses. Who or what a man chooses to be is dependent on their socialization or external influences such as music, movies, and social media.
In my perspective, I do believe that society has a lot of contribution towards men actions, because I've seen cases where men actually want to be a dog or a gallus because his friend is one, and if he does not work with the flow, then he's not fit or suitable enough to be in the cliche or whatever. But I've seen cases where men mentally they're just dogs. Them can't share society, nothing to do with them. And I also see cases where mentally men would like to settle down with one woman, but them just want to follow the crowd, yes. Them just want fit in. And that's something where me can't understand up to now. I feel say if you be yourself and you do what you want to do, what you think is right, that's just the best approach to life, to anybody's life.
Okay, so here's my 2 cents on the topic. If I think men are dogs or the society along with social media, music, movies, or culture help to shape them as they are. Well, interestingly, one of the traits of the male species is the instinct to hunt. And with that said, I would more likely to compare males or men in general to a wolf rather than that of a dog. Maybe the dog has hunting characteristics. I'm not sure, but I will use mainly the wolf for that purpose. The wolf for this purpose. And what one should understand as it relates to male being an hunter is that until they find what is it that they're looking for, they will continue to hunt. And in this continuous hunting, it might just be that they're hunting single-handedly or hunting with another female. So you'll find that trait of the male. And on the other hand, what this particular trait really manifests, it's not really that, all right, let me say, it's not culture to me, or the music or movies that would have influenced such behavior. Because before, let's say, the movies, before the music, male were on that quest, hunting. So for me, I would say that these features only give more opportunity for the hunt then, right? They heighten the hunting aspect of the male. So I wouldn't clearly push culture and other instances to contribute to their behavior as a male. But as I said, until that male or a man in general finds what he's hunting for, he will continue to hunt. And you will see it. You have males here today that are settled and settled with one partner, whether it be young, middle age, or an old person, right? So I guess they find what they want and they just move away from the hunting ground.
My take on this topic is that I think it's a combination of both. I think that men do have, they're born with the instinct and the drive to want to, conquer women and to chase after women. That's basically a part of the genetics, right? So that's built in. However, culture also plays a significant part in these types of behaviors as well. If we look on certain cultures, certain African cultures, for instance, it's the norm for one man to have many wives. So there are polygamous cultures such as these that celebrate men having multiple women and conquering and having multiple wives, right? In certain monogamous cultures, even when a man is married and has his wife, he chooses his wife and has his wife, he still has the desire to want to go out and to seek after other women. And when we look at the Jamaican culture, when we look at dancehall music, and when we look at the certain movies that we watch, and even on social media, men are actually praised for having many women. It's the norm. It's accepted. It's like it's expected. It's rare. And it's sad, it's rare when you find a man wanting to stick with his wife and people celebrate and praise that. We hardly see that on social media. It's all about a man having girls and many women. When we listen to our music, we hear these types of behaviors being celebrated. So that's my take on this subject. I do think that it's a combination of both.
No, men weren't born dogs. There has been a dilution in our norms, disciplines, and social standard since the 1990s, I guess. So we have now accepted the term, but I don't think that men were born as such. The society has a major impact on how young men nowadays are operating, and the older men aren't showing them the right way how to be men and not dogs, as they now put it.
No, it doesn't have anything to do with the music or movies. Cause me know say if Vybz Kartel say to jump off and drown yourself, they're not going to drown themselves. So it got nothing to do with no music or no movie. It's just got to do with history. I just say if you go. I just say if you go. Seem like say when baby born then creep, then they walk, then they start on a pardon. I just say it is. say man come up, then just got enough girl. Say just either got to live with it or whatever. All they do say, you just have to hope say you're one of your favorite.
Movie and be like, oh, okay, you know, I can start flexing this way, I can just start do this and do that. And you know, he just turn around not being committed as how he was or how he should be, and just have a couple girls and that's it. And you know, necessarily have to be the media anyway. Doesn't say it can't be like a situation that he was in, and it just everything just turned out to be that way. And not a few media. Some people just, I don't know, their personality just let them see stuff differently, you know. They probably think that, you know, I mean, just having one partner is not the norm to them or shouldn't be. And then you can also have religious beliefs and religious beliefs, and that's just their custom. And in that sense, you would call them player, right? You would just be like, oh, that's what they used to, that's a norm for them to have 2 wives, 6 wives, probably not wives, probably concubines or whatever. Have a wife and then have probably somebody else on the side. You would call that player? No, it would just be their beliefs. Then you probably could have people being influenced by their friends and not necessarily the media. So the media alone cannot be blamed for transforming men into players. So yeah, that's how I see it. To each them own.
Well, quite interesting views, but I'm going to stick with mine. I do believe the media has something to do, because for those who remember James Bond, especially James Bond of old, James Bond always gets his way with women. So just imagine if you have a child growing up idolizing James Bond. Somehow, or possibly, that attribute of having his way with women can be learnt, and later on it could be practiced until it becomes a part of his being. Because many times we watch advertisements and we don't realize how powerful these ads are and how they work on our unconscious mind, because many times they force us to buy stuff and we don't know it. So we'll continue this discussion next time, but for now, what do you think? Does the media have a role to play in men being dogs, or it's just choice?